The Vatican is one of the most interesting places in the world, whether you're religious or not. An independent state within Rome, Italy, the Vatican is home to the historic Vatican Museums, St. Peter's Basilica, and the residence of the Pope himself, the Sistine Chapel. Unique in many ways, the Vatican, or the Vatican City as it's officially known, even has its own economy, supported by donations, museum entrance fees, and even souvenirs from the various gift shops. As well as being stunning on the outside, the insides of the Vatican City's buildings are pretty amazing too. Being such a historic and holy place, many theories and conspiracies surround the Vatican's famous archives. What secrets is the Vatican really hiding? So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 intriguing mysteries surrounding the Vatican. The removal of books. The Bible is composed of lots of different books, such as Genesis, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. It's thought of as a holy gospel truth by millions around the globe, written by Moses and others around 1000 BC. It tells of Jesus' miracles, from the well-known tale of the Good Samaritan to when he fed the thousands with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. In fact, the Bible is the most printed book in the world, with around 5 billion copies produced. While the Bible and the Christian Church are often associated with the cleansing of sins, honesty, and acting in good faith, many are convinced that the Vatican is hiding secrets. The Bible was translated from Latin to English in the early modern period, around the 1600s. However, the original version actually contained more books than present in modern versions. Naturally, people found this a little bit strange. Included in the original book were the Apocrypha books, which made up the end of the Old Testament. The 14 scriptures are known, but they are still yet to be printed in modern-day versions, leaving many to wonder, what are the Church hiding? The Vatican supposedly removed these 14 books in the 1680s, but little is known as to why. Some people believe that it was to do with a book titled The Wisdom of Solomon. Solomon was a legendary figure in ancient times. He was meant to be the wisest man ever to live and is thought to be a generally kind and well-mannered soul. However, the Wisdom of Solomon presents him as less of an untroubled man. In his book, Solomon predicts great evils and the coming of somebody who is thought to be Jesus. Given Solomon passed away 900 years before Jesus, this theory, for some, is thought to be credible. However, a wise yet crazy guy predicting the coming of Jesus maybe didn't sound right to the Church, and given that Solomon was known to be a follower of the occult, you can probably understand why the Catholic Church may have not been too inclined to keep his preaching in the Bible. Similarly, Jesus' name was actually changed to Yahushua, spelt I-E-S-U-S, in the first edition of the Bible. So why is this? Religious historians find this odd and are struggling to come to a definitive answer about why the Vatican allegedly removed these missing books. However, it is possible that some in the Church were keen to rewrite history. Why? We don't know, but it is very strange nonetheless. The Vatican and aliens. Alien life is a fascinating topic, and a lot of people out there really do believe in extraterrestrial life. 2 topics that you probably wouldn't combine, aliens and the Christian Church, at least not in the modern day. Yet, some theorists believe that the Vatican's archives are filled with quite incredible and revealing artifacts. Are they hiding a darker form of history? Aliens. So what are the Vatican archives? The institution of the Vatican Apostolic Archives was founded in 1600, but the actual archives themselves, which hold thousands of secretive documents, were moved to the Vatican Archives Library in the early 1400s. Papers in the archives are thought to date back to the 8th century and earlier. Underneath the Vatican, there is a large Roman necropolis that would have acted as an open-air cemetery thousands of years ago. Naturally, the age and the purpose of the foundations under the Vatican City open it up to conspiracies about what could really be under the surface. Aliens are one of the things that are thought to be hidden under the Vatican archives, according to conspiracy theorists. It has been reported that, when researchers began to excavate part of the necropolis, they found elongated skulls that did not resemble human heads. The Vatican themselves have openly admitted the possibility of aliens, which has only fueled the fire. Whilst nobody is sure what those skulls under the Vatican are, and more so who they belonged to, many are convinced that the Church is still hiding things even though their archives have long been declassified. The Vatican's secret religious artifacts. Aliens might be a bit far-fetched when we speculate about the secret artifacts held in the Vatican. Given that the actual archives are so difficult to get access to, it's normal that theories as to what is hiding in there will arise. There is thought to be proof of Jesus' existence in the archives, held away from the majority of scholars or historians wanting to visit. The evidence is extremely secretive, but also consists of some fascinating relics. Before we talk about the proof of Jesus, however, there are a few other artifacts that are supposedly held in the Vatican archives which are mind-blowing. In the 1950s, the Vatican strangely began funding a project being worked on by the world's leading scientists. The device they were making is thought to currently be the property of the Vatican, but what exactly is it? Well, it's thought to be a pair of glasses, but not just any pair of glasses. These glasses allegedly allow the wearer to see into the past. The invention of this sort of device essentially throws what we believe are the limits of science and technology into complete disrepute. And because of this, you have to wonder why the Vatican is so keen on hiding the contraption. Could there be something that they don't want people to see through the glasses? Another of the projects thought to be in the archives is the Third Secret of Fatima. Fatima is a town and Catholic pilgrimage site, and during the times of Jesus, the children of the town reportedly saw visions of the Virgin Mary predicting 3 world events, including the First and Second World Wars. However, the Third Secret spoke of a huge persecution of Christians in the 20th century. Naturally, this persecution never occurred, leaving many to wonder whether this Third Secret was simply a fabrication and the Virgin Mary actually predicted something else that is yet to occur. Perhaps the most interesting artifact thought to be hidden in the Vatican archives is rumoured to be the cross that Jesus Christ passed away on. Most people think that the cross that Jesus was crucified on was broken up into parts and over the years passed through religious institution. However, it is not known where any of the true parts of the cross are today, and this is where the Vatican steps in. As one of the holiest places in the world, many think that the cross is stored in or below the Vatican archives. As we've already spoken about, the catacombs and necropolis underneath the Vatican are expansive, and there are many parts of the foundations that haven't yet been searched. Perhaps the Catholic Church wants to keep it that way. The Vatican and its archives give all people, religious or not, a glimpse into the history of Christianity. It's an incredible place, both in architecture and symbolism, and is an important place to study, appreciate, and respect. Yet, whether it's as beautiful behind the scenes as it is on the surface, for some, is up for debate. But what do you make of these mysteries surrounding the Vatican? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching.